All right, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. So what a night. Last night again with the covert noise campaign, the New York Predator Department engaging in these hit and run tactics, and even this morning, surprised for the past couple mornings, for the past 2 days, when I woke up, opened my eyes, I have not been hearing any police sirens in terms of with the remote neural monitoring. Now, there's still remote neural monitoring there. Who's that? My other brother? I'll tell you, man, they love to activate family members. Hey, man, let's go. Yeah, he's looking at his shoes. He's wearing gray shoes too. Yeah, they love to activate family members, right? When they try to use people outside of family, they know I handle them a certain way. So what they're doing now is using family members because, again, you're not likely to put up that adversarial defense mechanism. And that's why you start to see them using family members a lot. Okay? So if you're a TI, understand that's the reason why they do it. And particularly when you have the other civilian perps targeting you heavily, the fear of you doing something to them is greater in terms of, you might do something to these perps out there in the street because you don't know them, you're not related to them, right? And so if they attack you, let's say they go on the physical attack in terms of bumping into you, and again, I've been through this many times, so they know not to engage in such tactics anymore because I will get physical back. So they're always going to target you, right? They were always going to, there's a certain patterns of attack that they'll do, and certain people that they'll use, and they'll do it over and over and over again. Okay, and when you expose them in one way, to the point where they can't, and particularly as you see, I record my targeting. When you expose them in one way, they'll shift to another form of attack, and sometimes they'll use different forms at once. So you got to be keenly aware of what it is that they do, right? And again, this is something that I've studied over the decades of being targeted, and they can no longer manipulate me in ways that they've done in the past, and they know this. They know I can see the manipulation, because again, when you want to know your enemy and defeat your enemy, you have to study them. All right? And then lately, what again you'll see them do, particularly my targeting that they've been doing lately too, is staring at my unk. Staring at my unk. And again, I keep saying, the unk is not a religious symbol. Okay? You can't be at war with my religion because the unk is not a religious symbol and I'm not religious. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say I'm religious, then the truth is my religion. Okay? And what this is a war against the truth, and the unk represents truth. Right? It doesn't represent somebody who I have to wait to come and save me or save us. The unk is not some magical symbol or structure. The unk is a representation of human principles, the principles of nature, of life, of man, woman, child. See, everything my ancestors, our ancestors, and I say our ancestors because the first human beings on this planet were that of black people in Africa. So our ancestors, right? In the quest for understanding life nature, this planet, right? They created what is called the spiritual science. Again, spiritual science, African spirituality. It's science, studying of nature, studying of here. You know, these terms that we use today, like psychology. We use science. We use, engineering, agriculture, architecture. Those were the science. This is where the Greeks learned about these things. You know, and recently they discovered in is a Sumerian or Babylonian math example of the Pythagorean theorem. So I want you to understand how these white people, how they give credit to shit that they didn't even create. This is the funniest shit ever. But in Egypt, Kemet, they show you how they built the pyramids. Right? They show you the mathematical equations that they used and measured to build the pyramids. Right? And this was way before Pythagoras. This is, so it's like, come on now. So you can't, what it is that they're afraid of the truth. They are at war with the truth and knowledge, particularly for black people. Are you just going to just leave like that? What is she doing? Now this bus is supposed to be stopping up at further up, but hey, whatever.